Good morning, friends. Dustin here. You're watching the Life of Lynn channel. Welcome. And something's back. Guess what's back? Yeah. The Turbo Woody Wagon's back. Guys, the 1984 Chrysler LeBarron Town and Country Wood Wagon with the turbo came back. Somehow, the state lost the title, and the person I sold it to didn't want to wait for me to figure out that situation. So I bought it back from them for what they had into it. So, no problem. We're gonna go ahead and get the title situation figured out with the state. It was gone for about 3 months after I sold it. I don't think they even put 100 miles on it. And it's really cold this morning, so let's see if it even starts. Ugh. It's a good noise. I didn't sound happy about that, but it fired up. That's back to life, guys. It's here. Look at this thing. Just needs a few minor things. We might throw a set of tires on it, detail it. You know, get some of these. Somebody'd like to use this as a pen pad, it looks like. But I'll clean it up a little bit. But other than that, it's not bad. Maybe fix the headliner. It's got some bubbles in it. Well, let's take a walk around here. Tell me, guys, what should I do with this thing? This is quickly becoming a vintage car. Well, maybe not vintage, classic, collector. Who would have thought these things would have been a collector's item, but here we are. It's just something about having a station wagon with wood paneling on it and a turbocharger. Let's go take it for a drive and make sure everything's still good. Wipers, roger. Cruise control. I think that worked last time we used it. We'll have to check that out again. They did get the AC charged though, so that's awesome. Oh man, brakes are like stepping on a sponge. Now we stop and go. Now we stopped and go. And now we stopped. Take her around the block real quick, make sure everything's still good. Still runs great. What a nice car. This thing's been around for over 30 years now. And look at its condition. 30 years of just slowly putting around, only 82,000 miles worth. Heck, all our vehicles from the 2000s that we have over 200,000 miles on them. This thing's from 1984. Noise there. I think it needs a carrier bearing on that driver's side CV axle. The driver's side CV axle is like twice the length of the passenger side. Or what is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around. The passenger side CV axle is about twice the length as the driver's side. So it had an additional bearing that bolted to the back of the engine that kept the CV joint from rattling. And it sounds like it's rattling when you get into the throttle. It's okay if you're just cruising, not getting into it too hard, but if you get into it a little bit, it'll start making some noise on you. It really is crazy to think about how long this car's been around and how it stayed in such a nice rust-free state too. I believe it was a Oklahoma car originally, and it came up to Colorado. We don't use salt on the roads here. Now, Chrysler, back in this day, I mean, we're in the middle of the fuel crisis of the 80s. That's when they came out with these 2.2 liter turbocharged engines. And they were, I mean, for the day, for a 4-cylinder, they weren't bad. They're actually pretty strong. This is probably the 3rd or 4th Chrysler car that I've owned that's had this turboed engine in it. I did have a '89 Daytona Shelby that had the 2.5 turbo in it, and manual transmission. I gotta tell you, that was a lot better than this. That thing could be very easily modified to run like 18 pounds of boost, and that little 8-valve iron 4-cylinder would just take it without any component modifications or anything. It would just run good. These engines actually make less horsepower than a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder in today's world. I think the regular Cobalt had like 160 horsepower, and this has less than that. Let's see how this thing goes from a standing start, huh? Good. Now we just got to find out what the heck we're going to do with this thing. I bought it in the first place to be used for those $500 or less rallies, you know, the Ramblers, the Gamblers, the Lemons rallies, all that stuff. But the car was just too nice to trash like that, you know? I mean, some of those rallies are pretty hard on these things going up in the mountains and whatnot, and I kind of wanted something that I could modify and spray paint and make cool, and I got to tell you, covering this thing in spray paint and stickers would kind of hurt. It's just too nice. It's too nice of a car to do that to. So I'm gonna have to find something else. So that means I still have this thing. What am I gonna do with it? Guys, hit the like button and shoot down in the comment section what you guys think we should do. And you know, maybe you guys come up with a good idea. I don't know. We'll have to do something with it. We'll have to do something. Maybe we'll just tuck it in the back of the shop. We'll start collecting weird cars. Who knows? Anyway, guys, just wanted to share with you that the LeBarron Town & Country Turbo was back. So thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next time.